Hi, I'm Anthony Smith, Managing Director of Lantei Compliance Services. I generally tend to do videos on electrical safety or something going on in the industry, but this time I'm doing something different. I'm here to ask for your help. We're doing business for about 5 years now, and I used to think more about building a successful business, winning awards, making profits, so on and so forth, all the sort of things you generally associate with business people and being able to run a firm. But it's actually a little bit more than that. It's about making a positive impact on the environments and the communities in which we trade in and trade out of. We have a duty, a responsibility, if you will, as business owners in the private sector to be able to make positive change, to be able to give people the training and the advice and the chances and opportunities that they need to be able to turn their lives into whatever they dream about the most. About being able to understand that success is something that can be achieved by all and not just by a select few. But it's also about making a shed load of money so we can give it to people that need it the most. Now that can be a youth club, that can be a social project, that could be a charity, that could be people that work with you that have just fallen on hard times. And this is why I'm here today. Now on the 25th of November, at the Beluga Bar on Church Street in Preston, we're holding a Christmas charity extravaganza. We're looking to raise as much money for a project called Little Ted's Room. Now we're going to be hearing from two people very shortly, Spencer Davis and a Karen Entwistle. Now Spencer and his wife Rachel went through a pretty traumatic experience in March this year, and we're going to hear about his story and the reasons why we're getting behind his charity. It's about making a difference, it's about changing people's lives, and it's about looking around at those that need help and being able to support them whenever they need it, wherever they need it, how best we can do that. So whether it be you come to the charity night on the 25th of November and it costs £10 a ticket, bring a team, it's great networking, great drinking, great fun, lots of good prizes, football, signed shirt, football tickets, Beluga Bar, Gary Meehan from Beluga in Preston has quite kindly donated one of those booths in his champagne and cocktail lounge with £250 worth of beer for the evening as well. There's going to be loads going on. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be a great environment and it's going to be a great event for us to be able to raise as much money as we can. So I have a speak to Christian, and near in front of you you can see the email address to contact him, or you can call us on 01772 250 179. We'll take a card payment off you over the phone. £10 each is all we're looking for. But if you want to, you can also make a text donation. The details you can see popping up on the screen right here, right now. And you can donate 1, 2, 3, 5 or 10 quid. Doesn't really matter, because what you do does matter. And if you can help us in any way you see fit, that will go to being able to raise the money needed to be able to provide the facilities to prevent other people experiencing what Rachel and Spencer experienced in March. I'm really pleased and honoured to have two guests with us today. Now we've got Spencer Davis and we've got Karen Entwistle. Karen Entwistle's from the Baby Beat appeal based at Preston Hospital, Sharoe Green, that's correct, isn't it?
That's right.
And then we've also got Spencer Davis, who was the inspiration, I would say inspiration, but when we go into a little bit more about it, you'll understand, you know, the true meaning of the word, with regards to Little Ted's Room, which is the charity that we're looking to throw our weight behind for the next 12 months. So Karen, before we move on to speaking to Spencer, and thank you very much for coming down, tell me a little bit about Baby Beat.
Well, Baby Beat was established in 1987 as a registered charity to raise funds for the maternity unit at Royal Preston Hospital and Chorley Hospital.
Okay.
It's extended since 1987 considerably. We now cover four key areas, which is before pregnancy with research. The latest one we've got on at the moment is research into stillbirth and premature labours.
Stillbirth and premature labour, right,
yeah,
okay.
Looking at possible new causes of those two, and more important, preventatives. During pregnancy, we cover monitoring equipment throughout during the pregnancy, so looking at from conception to birth, to look at monitoring the unborn baby and the mum, to make sure we've got the latest monitoring equipment and the best outcome for the pregnancy. After pregnancy, with neonatal care, should baby be poorly or born prematurely. And beyond that, with bereavement support in the tragedy of losing a baby.
Okay.
Baby Beat provided a family room for the cost of £20,000, where mum, dad and baby can spend time in that tragedy. So yes, the four key areas of funding for us are before, during, following and beyond.
And your relationship, or how did you and Spencer, what was it that brought you two together work-wise?
Spencer came to see me in May,
Yeah.
following losing baby Thomas, and asked if he could fundraise for a specific thing, which was the soundproofing of 2 rooms upon the unit on the
Soundproofing of 2 rooms?
Yes.
Right. Explain a little bit more what you mean about soundproofing. I mean, what do you mean by soundproofing? For what purpose?
To prevent noise transfer. So,
Okay.
do you want to explain?
Yeah,
what
if you could
happened?
just tell me a little bit more about your personal experience and what's led to your charity.
It all came about when we lost our little boy Thomas. He was 38 weeks. We lost him on the 17th of March. We actually found out we'd lost him on Mother's Day this year, on the 15th. While Rachel was going through the normal delivery, we had to go back in 2 days later for the delivery on the Tuesday. And she stayed with Thomas until the Friday as part of the bereavement process. But she could hear other mums and newborn babies crying within adjacent rooms. There isn't soundproofing installed in the delivery suite rooms at the time. So whilst we were actually in the rooms, I thought it'd be a good idea to try and raise funds potentially to install the soundproofing myself.
Why hasn't there ever been soundproofing in these particular rooms? Because I mean, we've had 2 children. But since we set our business up, we've had 2 little kids at Preston, at Sharoe Green. Little Alex is 2 and Maisie's 4. And you know, it's traumatic enough as a bloke watching a woman go through childbirth, let alone being the actual woman. But then being in your situation, it's why? I mean,
why is the hospital?
Bloody hell have we not?
You would ask the question, when the hospital was built, no hospital has soundproofing in the whole of the country. And when you look at it, it's something so basic. I think, Anthony, it's down to cost.
Down to cost?
I think so.
I mean, it cost, I mean, well, yeah, to be honest, I mean, a lot of it will come down to funding, but this has been something that's gone around since the creation of the actual rooms, ever since the creation of the hospital itself. So, I mean, this isn't something that, you know, we can attribute down to any particular one, you know, administration. This is something that, you know, should have been a design inclusion from day one, really.
You would have thought, but before Spencer, we've never come across the problem. So, no, not at all as a trust. And I'm sure every hospital in the country have said the same. I've been asked the question many, many times.
And you've had quite a good response from your initial appeal to be able to get funds and people on board. I mean, if you was to give a thanks to the people that have supported you to date, I mean, who would they be?
Personal, friends, family as well. Obviously Rachel for putting up with me during this process. I've definitely got the bit between my teeth and gone forward with it. And also companies that have stepped forward to do the 2 rooms initially, from Amiens Construction. There's D&G Builders based in Chorley. Frank Whittle Partnerships, the architects, they've been the leaders on it really, haven't they?
They've given the services for free, designing and making sure that this project goes through.
And you've had a lot of problems with red tape and trying to get people through. I mean, it's hard work trying to test the bleeding pat test in an hospital, let alone trying to get a couple of sound test rooms.
This is moving fast for hospital trust.
Yes.
Right,
this is moving really fast. I mean, I've got to say, this gentleman is a whirlwind and amazing. You know, he's managed to raise how much now?
26, I think we're up to now, 26,000
Since
in
the beginning of May.
May, yeah.
By promotion of the Little Ted's Appeal.
And how far do you want to take this? What more do you want?
Ideally, we want to soundproof all the rooms in the delivery suite. That's 12 in total.
So how much do we need to raise for that?
Another £75,000.
You want another 70? We need to raise another £75,000 on top of the 26 you've already got. About 26,000. Are you happy? Do you think confident we can manage it?
With your help, yes.
Fantastic. Now, if we could ask you just to the people that we're putting this out to get them involved in being able to, you know, donate money and to actually get involved on the charity nights. If you would be so kind, if you just tell them and ask them, you know, whatever you want is your opportunity now to be able to connect direct to the audience and to say to them what you wanted and what help you need from them. Just give them a message.
Any help is beneficial to the cause, and it not only it won't help us, unfortunately, in our unfortunate events, but it does touch lots of different families. There's lots of families that end up with stillbirths, stillborn children, and it will help those in future, purely with the amount of people that frequent the delivery suite on a monthly basis. So yeah, any help, financial or promotional, would be gratefully received.
Thank you very much. So I need your help. We will speak a little bit more about this, and I thank you very much for watching the video.